Hey, what is going on, Taurus? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what do we have for Taurus? What message do we have for Taurus? All right, Taurus. Well, what I'm getting here is, first and foremost, is there's someone that's had their eye on you. You know, there's someone that's been thinking about you, someone that's been fantasizing about a future with you. You know, and I feel like with those fantasies, it's not just a physical type of fantasies. I mean, I feel like this is something that this person has really been thinking about. You know, they've really seeing this going somewhere. They're seeing potential in this, which is a little bit different for this person. I feel like they've always kind of kept their head down. I feel like they thought they had everything they needed. But, you know, here we go with that Page of Wands, you know, seeing some real potential here. You know, they can't stop thinking about you. And it's kind of getting a little bit too much for them to keep holding back. You may, for some of you may already know who this is. For others, this may come as a shock, but there is definitely someone that's got their eye on you. You know, and like I said, with this Nine of Pentacles, I mean, I feel like this person has their shit together. I mean, we have the King of Pentacles as well. So I feel like this person is someone that had their shit together, and they thought they had everything they needed. Like I said, with that Nine of Pentacles, feeling like they had everything they wanted until they met you, and things changed. Sometimes we don't know what we want because we haven't met them. We don't know who we want because we haven't met them yet. I feel like this person met you, and now they know. You know, I mean, I feel like this person is in their head. You know, they were in their head about this in the beginning, and I feel like they were afraid that this was just a physical connection. They were just physically attracted to you. But I feel like now that they see that there's more potential than that, you know, and they're really feeling a real deep connection to you, they just want to know you. They have to know you. You know, they spent too much time in their head. I mean, I feel like it was almost like they felt like you may be too good to be true, and they didn't want to move too quickly until they really knew. But I feel like everything they thought about you, it was true. And they found out new things that have them hooked even more. You know, with that the Knight of Swords in reverse, like I said, they didn't want to move too quickly. You know, they didn't want to just act on that, like that Knight of Wands energy, you know, that too quickly. They didn't want to jump in too quickly. Because I feel like this person is very, very protective of their heart. Let's just put it the way it comes to me. You know, with that Knight of Pentacles, I mean, it's about establishing that trust. And I don't, like, I know I say this person's kind of watching you, but I don't feel like a creepiness by this person. I just feel like they're very protective of themselves. They don't let people in very easily. And sometimes they gotta, sometimes in those situations, people vet us. What I mean by vet is like, they want to know what they're seeing is what they're seeing. They want to know that you're who they think you are. And you've passed the test. I mean, this is very new. I mean, we also have, this person wants to make you an offer. We also have the Knight of Cups as well. I see an offer coming from this person, wanting to move forward with this, finally ready to tell you how they feel, or at least open up conversation. Because like I said, if you've had conversation with this person, it's been very, very light. This person does make excuses to see you. So I feel like there's definitely some sort of, your point C and their point A, and there's definitely a B in there. Maybe you work with this person, you go to school with this person, maybe they're a friend of a friend. There's a way this person has gotten to know you. Maybe you just live in the same building. But I feel like this person wants to open communication. They want to finally, they're finally ready to take that next step. They see you as someone that they can build a foundation with. You have all the things they want. With that Four of Wands, building that foundation, and the King of Cups, this is not, like I said, this is not just a crush. It might have started off that way, but I feel like we've progressed quite a bit, because with the King of Cups, that's more of an emotional maturity. Someone that knows what they want, and they've made that decision very clearly to themselves. Now they want to share with you. They see you as someone that has a lot of potential to be that person, to be their forever person. Someone they can build something with, build that empire with. Like I said, this person has their shit together. They're no slouch when it comes to putting in the work. And when they see something worth working for, they're all in. With that Hierophant, it's that they see something that they can commit to. They see something that they could have a future with. I just feel like this person spent a lot of time not looking up. And once they saw you, they couldn't look down. And what I mean by that is sometimes we're so focused on stability or getting our shit together, lining our ducks up. Some people fall in love and have a kid and, get married, and they do it all, and, they fall in love, they get pregnant, they move in together, they get married. It's not a cut and dry cookie cutter world. Not everybody follows the same path. Some people fall in love and they get married and they move in together, or they get a house together and they have kids. It's not so much how you get there, or it's not so much getting there, it's how you get there. And not everything, like I said, this person, I just feel like they thought they had what they needed. They thought they had their plan, and everything was going to plan, and then they met you, and now the plan has changed. And not only do I see this fiery, emotional connection between the two of you, this person having this passion towards you and this love towards you, but we have the Three of Pentacles as well. It's like that power couple type energy. Like I said, they see you as someone, as an equal. They see you as someone that shows up, and they show up. The recipe for a successful relationship sometimes is just two people are willing, that want to make it work, and are willing to put in the work to do that. A lot of times the reason why relationships fail is because one or both give up. you could have something amazing, but if you give up, it's like if you invented something and you're just on the cusp of finishing this invention and you give up. It never goes to fruition. And at the end of the day, did you want it bad enough? They want this more than bad enough. I mean, they're willing to give it a shot. Like I said, I do see an offer coming. I do see this person, giving to you, showing up. Want to talk about this. Want to see, and they're willing to put in the work. With that 8 of Pentacles. I mean, I feel like they thought about this. This is, like I said, it's not something that just a spur of the moment idea. I mean, this is something they've been cooking up. And some people, no offense to Tauruses or any other earth sign, but earth signs are very logical. And sometimes they make things more logical decisions than they need to be. Especially somebody heavy in earth. But there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with wanting a real partnership. Some people fall in love really easily. Some people follow their passion, follow their that fire, and that's all it needs to be. But some people, not only do they have the passion and the love, but it makes sense too. I mean, with this person, there's a lot of earth. There's Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. We have some fire, some Aries, some Sagittarius. I mean, we have some Cancer and Scorpio. I'm getting an Aquarius vibe too. Aquarius vibe. Aquarius. So many people think we can't have our cake and eat it too. And it's a good friend of mine. He's from across the world, where they have arranged marriages, and I remember he was telling me that he was arranged to marry this girl that he grew up with. Like, her family and his family were really close, and they were set to be married, and they, he said I was so stressed out that I wouldn't, I knew her, but it was kind of like we only knew each other. Like, her parents would come around and our parents would have dinner together, and that's as much as I knew her. I didn't really spend a lot of time with her. And then he said I started to really get to know her, and he said it was a logical match from his parents' standpoint. And he said the surprising thing is we really connected. And he said we spent, they went on a lot of dates together. They had to be chaperoned by one of the parents. Sometimes one of both, their mothers would go or whatever. And he was telling me what it was like, fascinating. And it was funny to me. Like, it's just something I never really thought of. But anyway, they end up getting married and they have 2 kids now. And they really have the passion. Like, that's something you think it wouldn't. I'm not sure how it works. I grew up in a different culture, but people have such an idea of that they get married and they're just married for the purpose of having kids, and they never really connect. But I seen a connection with them. They make each other laugh. They're happy. They're passionate about each other, and they genuinely love each other. And it was all made from a logical decision. So who says logic can't be right? I used to think that logic really had no place in love, but I was proven wrong. Just because it makes sense doesn't mean it's wrong, Anyway. I think any real relationship can work. Obviously there's better matches and stuff, but any real relationship, any real connection can work if you have two people willing to put in the work. And I feel like when you find the two people that are willing to put in the work for each other, for the relationship, for their future, I mean, that's a connection right there. That's a pretty deep connection. A lot of people don't have that. Unfortunately, like my brother, him and his girlfriend was kind of like he's 12 years older than me, so this is a long time ago, but he kind of like a one night stand, and she ended up getting pregnant, and I was brought up in a Roman Catholic household, and so my brother tried to live up to that, and they got married. And they try to force it, and sometimes you can't force a square into a circle. They try to do the right thing, but it didn't end up working. They spent a long time together. I think it was like 13 years, and oddly enough, I don't laugh at this because I don't laugh at failed marriages, but a part of it seems funny to me. And let me explain before you judge. So they were together for about 13 years. They lived together, boyfriend, girlfriend. They had 2 more kids. They fought all the time. But somehow they made it work. They fought all the time, but I feel like they both kind of enjoyed the bickering. So after 13 years, he finally gave her a ring. They decided to get married. And they got married. And they were broken up in less than 2 weeks. And the reason I find that amusing is because I always tell them, I said, maybe you should just stay his boyfriend or girlfriend, because it seemed to work for them. For 13 years it worked. In 2 weeks as married, they were done with each other. But like I said, you can't force a square into a circle. And sometimes we get in a situation where we try to do the right thing. But we got to remember who we're doing the right thing for, People say that, I'm doing the right thing. I think marrying somebody because you have a child together, I mean, I feel like or staying or getting with someone and acting like, it is something else. I'm kind of on the fence about it, because I feel like you should make an attempt, make a very serious attempt to try to make it work, because, nobody wants a broken home, but some people just aren't meant to be together, and I feel like they try to, like I said, they try to force a circle into a square, or a square into a circle. It is what it is. I don't know where I don't know where this topic came from, and I'm sorry if it went dark, but but I feel like I honestly believe if 2 people are willing to make something work, there's nothing they can't really do. And I feel like the right person will be that person for you. But that's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.